So it's Easter weekend here in Ontario, Canada. I literally just got out of my pajamas for the first time in 3 days. I'm definitely feeling a little bit scruffy here on the chin and on top of the head too. Not much on the top of the head though, I must admit. And I was kicking around ideas of what videos to make for you this week, and I decided to do a quick review of one of my favorite pens, the Conklin Duragraph. Now, it's no secret to some of my friends that I am a Conklin fan. In fact, I often huddle with this lovely book that I have. It goes through the history of Conklin, and it tells you everything. It talks about the introduction of the lever filler. It has catalogs of all the Conklin pens you can possibly think of. And it goes into great detail about one of my favorite things, lock rings. Now, the question I got to ask is the modern Conklin Duragraph as good as the vintage? Or is it just another modern fountain pen knockoff? Let's take a look. Now, of course, if you get your brand new Conklin through the mail, it'll come in this lovely gift case here. And actually, they tend to change the gift cases every so often as well. So it may not be exactly the same one that you see here. And if I crack that open, there is the Duragraph in all its glory. And this is the ice blue. And if I look under here as well, we find we get some paraphernalia, some fountain pen propaganda there, all about the pen, and also 2 cartridges as well. Now, of course, I thought I was being super smart showing you the Duragraph today, but of course we're completely out of stock and down to only a few colors, so I can't show you the whole color range, but I do have the forest green here and also the ice blue here. They are popular pens for sure. And just to show you the comparative size, this is a TWSBI 580. So actually, they're about the same length. In fact, they're kind of the same thickness as well. But the TWSBI definitely feels a little bit more of a chunky pen, and the Duragraph definitely feels more slender. And of course, a lot of that is down to the fact that the Duragraph is an acrylic pen, and it's a beautifully turned barrel, for sure. Now, I also did want to do a quick comparison with this pen here. This is the Conklin All-American. It's a little bit of a cigar-shaped pen, and it has a beautiful finish on it. And the Duragraph's a little bit of a smaller pen. So if you have bigger fingers, maybe the All-American's a good one for you. And the All-American's a little bit thicker as well. But the nib sizes are the same, as you can see there. Now, there are some things I really like about this fountain pen. First off, the clip is really solid actually, and I love this this metal band here as well. And just the whole retro feel of the pen is fantastic, and I love the cap ends here. One thing I really like about this pen, if you open it up, it has a standard international converter and it takes standard international cartridges as well. But here is the thing that I really love about this pen. I can't pull a converter out. It doesn't want to come out. And the reason is because it's actually a screw-in converter. So instead of just plugging it in and having friction fit, you actually have to screw it in. And I don't know why more pen manufacturers don't do this. It's a fantastic idea because guess what? Occasionally you get the odd problem when you're walking around or shaking your pen around, or you drop it. And sure enough, the converter will fly out and cause some mess. Not if it's screwed in. The modern Conklin pens use JoWo nibs, and here we have a stub nib, and we also have, I think that's a medium nib. Yes, it is. And they're good sized nibs as well. You can see there. Comes in medium, extra fine, fine, broad, and also 1.1 stub nib as well. So you got a lot of good choice there. And they also have another nib, which is the Omniflex, which you can see here on this All-American Black Raven. And it is indeed a flex nib, actually. And personally, I haven't used this nib, so I can't tell you how well it performs. I do know a lot of people like it. Now, what else would you fill a forest green Duragraph with but Diamine Elf? Let's fill up the pen and see how it writes. let's give it a shot. Oh yeah. Lovely. Actually, what a nice green ink that is. I'm not a green ink fan, but that Diamine Elf is really good. But this is the medium nib, and it writes really smoothly straight out. You can just put a little bit of pressure on the nib there, let a little more ink out. But generally, it's yeah, it's really smooth nib. I like that very much. I'm going to dig out some of my old Conklins and certainly use those in my everyday pens in the coming days for sure. Awesome.